Yeah, again, these are the literal things. So in other words, when people reference those ideas, they're thinking above and below. Well, no such thing really. They're just ideas. And so this is where the old things that have come and gone, even Paul's stuff or whatever, Rumi, whatever, they're cute sayings. They make you feel good, but that's in the personal self. And most people get caught up with that because it's hard to recognize something indifferent to the personal self. And that is also operating the personal self. Yeah, that's a toughie. That's the real challenge there. So, each person has to decide that for themselves. That's why there's only a couple of us here. And yes, the boys are relating to people all over, but who has the intent? You see, trying to get them to have the intent to discover what is real, that is huge. That is huge. Because again, most people are going to look, it's like, well, how can this work in my personal life and what can I get from this? You see? So they're going to go meditate. They're going to go join Eckankar or Scientology because they get initiations. Oh, from over there, we get initiations and we're somebody, you see? In other words, it's always referring to the personal self. The personal self wants to be somebody. Okay? And so that's why you have all these masters and gurus and teachers today and all this different stuff, because people want to be somebody. And YouTube and the internet, everybody's a star, and that's fine. But that's all based on the personal self, and let's see how far they can get while we're still here to recognize what's real. So, yeah, this is the fun part. So I like the challenge, but at the same time, the journey is huge because most people, again, they will stop when they've kind of hit a ceiling, you might say, with the information, the secondary light, yes. Yeah, so it's an interesting journey, and it becomes more so all the time. And actually, it's in reverse, like that movie with Brad Pitt, Benjamin Button. Things are in reverse. So supposedly, it's like the more you know, actually, the less you know. That should be the idea, simply because life already is. It's not about knowing. Knowing is something, and Paul talked about that. He said, I'd rather have knowing. And yeah, that is in the personal sense, but you can't define it because that's literal, like eternity and forever. Those are literal, because life is endlessness. There is no defining it as forever or eternity or whatever. Again, these are ideas that capture the mind, people thinking that, oh, I will live forever. Yeah, you will in creation. And Paul actually talked a little bit about that on the mental plane, where people live forever. Well, they do, because they're going to that heaven and they think, oh, I've got the forever life now. Yeah, you do in body form, but not in real awareness. Yeah, that becomes the difference. So we've got all these, they're really obstacles, but at the same time, as we trip over them, these ideas and obstacles and whatever, it actually helps wake us up to have objective views about what was created from ourselves and others, to where we can see better, because you have the guidance now. So that's your reference, is the guidance and the isness. And again, the best reference here is the sun shining, because it really does represent the isness life is. You just have to learn to see it. So, yes, and this is why, many of the guides tell people, go on the sky, pay attention, contribute. So it's not only listening, but the important part is getting each person to contribute, become themselves, you might say, in the sense of, what are you doing here? Okay, do something that makes sense besides your 9-to-5 job and just eating 3 meals a day and watching TV. Do something here that makes sense. That's where you become a real person here. You step up and do something that makes sense, again, with the all-natural environment, which is, this is a reflection of the isness in its own particular way. But again, that's not That's not the ultimate. Yes, we have nature and we want clean food and all that. That's nice. But awareness is first. So if we just have that, and a lot of people do, they're going for that, becoming self-sufficient farmers and all that, permaculture, great, whatever, whoopee-doo. But still, that's not it. That's nice. And good karma sounds nice, but it's still karma, isn't it? Yeah. Uh-huh.